All new on Good Day Columbus at 9. Doing some summer cleaning. Well, you may want to rethink before throwing out some of the junk in your home.
Coming up, you might think that ratty old t-shirt hiding in a bottom drawer has no future beyond the trash, right?
But our local junk expert has some pretty creative uses for old and used stuff lying around your house. We're going to learn how to repurpose some of those household items in just 2 minutes.
All right, we all have those moments where we need to clean house and do a little purging, right?
We sure do. But before you just throw something away, there may be a way to repurpose those items. Joining us now is local junk expert Erik Hughes. First and foremost, good morning to you.
Good morning.
You brought a lot of fun stuff to talk about.
Oh, plenty.
So this is a big thing. I feel like especially now people are talking about, not being as wasteful. People like wanting to,
reuse,
really
repurpose.
Exactly. So let's start down here with some of the items that you brought.
Yeah, well, everything has a life. You buy coffee, you got a coffee can. People have been storing tools and stuff in coffee cans for so long that it's in every grandparent's home. It's just so easy. You're getting the coffee anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
You've got the can.
I was just going to say, if your garage does not have one, you really don't have a garage.
Yeah, exactly. People forget that paint cans can be rinsed out and reused too, as long as they're water soluble and nobody's getting hurt and the environment's happy. But then you got a can with a handle you can use in the yard. If you use a can with a top to store things, you got to make sure you put a label on it, because once you put a top on a can, you forget what's inside.
No, it's true. You really do. You think you're being organized in the moment, and then you realize life happens.
And then you're searching for these things, and you're spending too much time on this rounding up, not the project.
This is my biggest problem.
Listen, I've got to talk about this repurposing here, because this drew my eye right away. It is a Columbus Blue Jackets stick. I do notice there are even autographs on this.
This is an
amazing,
autograph.
with a broom on the end.
And now you've repurposed it to make it a broom.
We break a lot of handles.
Yeah.
And we get a lot of brooms because the handles are broken.
Yeah, but the broom is just fine still. Yeah. And you're like, hey, if you don't want this hockey stick anymore, there you go. You use it, and now I'm going to...
Phil, do you think that you could do more chores if you had something fun like this?
Yes,
to sweep
this would be really cool.
Yeah, this is good motivation.
I absolutely love this. Yes.
Putt at the same time.
And I can practice my hockey skills. That's fantastic.
I love it so much.
All right, what else we got here?
Oh, easy one. Just like we were talking about old people storing things, they knew things. If you've got a table or a workspace, screw a lid onto the top of it.
Oh, yeah.
Now you can store your picture hangers, your nuts and bolts that you don't use much.
Various screws that you have.
And basements above tools.
And that you don't have to label because you can see through it, which is also nice.
And you know where it is. So whenever you need to grab it, it's easy to find.
What are we looking at here?
This is just pieces and parts that we've picked up over the years. We get a lot of steel that we recycle.
This oh my gosh, this is so heavy, but this could hold something.
The original idea was a letter box.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. Makes sense.
The original idea with this was a shroud for a candle.
And it could also...
put a candle in there, and it looks kind of
cool. Yeah, I mean, this is
absolutely
really heavy.
You just need to learn, how to weld.
Yeah, and what better way to learn?
Right, then something
you can't mess up.
Yeah,
right, you can't mess
something that's already messed up.
Okay, I'm really kind of fixated on this and have been, like, what is happening with this, like, simply limeade thing?
Born of necessity, this is for sanding concrete. When you sand concrete, you have to use water. Water and electric aren't friends, so the easy way to reuse a juice bottle was to make a guard that keeps the motor dry so that you can use the tool near water.
Very, very nice.
A lot of times when you get tools, they come in these fancy boxes, but if you have tool boxes, you take the tools out.
Yeah.
What do you do with the big plastic box? Well, this one was a Dremel, so we used the Dremel tool to cut the plastic out of the inside. Now we can put our cord in there. We don't have to search for cords. It's not a giant mess. It's easy to tote and store. Yeah. You know, Christmas light cords, Christmas lights. Yeah. And
if you're a hunter, you've got all kinds of stuff down here.
I recognize this. We've got a lot of these in our house.
Right.
It's Ohio. We have a lot of deer. January through March, that's the season to go out, get into the woods, and you find sheds.
Oh, yeah.
You don't have to kill the animal.
Right.
They'll give them to you for free.
They're down there on the ground.
Yeah, they lose them anyways.
Yeah. All right, we
get a lot of them.
45 seconds left here.
Cut them off real easy. And then now your dogs can chew on these for a long time.
I've heard that is something that a lot of people do.
Dash would love that.
You got old shirts that you've outgrown, kids outgrow, braid it, make a toy for your dog.
And this is
will
something that
last.
they
That's a
could
great
not,
idea.
they could not
So that's just old
destroy.
T-shirts.
Even if they do, it's already led to lives. So
Yes.
This is
everybody's
great.
happy.
Are you a really organized person?
No, my wife is.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I'm a bomb going off. Yeah. Another easy one, glass bottles. My kids make terrariums. They're a little older. If you want to root succulents, you fill this with water. Don't put them in the water. These will root. And now you've got new
In a yogurt
plants.
container there.
Very cool stuff.
If you travel, you need to
Yeah, some Q-tips
reuse
and
some
And an old pill
Q-tips,
bottle
an old
or
pill
whatever
bottle.
that is.
It keeps it dry. You can take it camping, whatnot.
All right. And Eric, if people have junk and they want to get rid of it or whatever, you're a junk king.
More than happy to have it.
After they do all of these things, of course.
Well,
Get some
we
second
can do
life.
them for you.
Oh,
There you
okay.
go. At the shop. It's part of the game.
All right, very cool. Do you think that a lot of people maybe aren't familiar with this is what you guys do? Do you think you just...
I don't think that they know the intricacies of what we do to handle things once we pick them up.
Gotcha.
The amount of work we go to reuse, recycle, re-clean up, try to get fabrics out of the landfill.
Yeah.
We never take recycling that can be recycled.
Good.
It's why we got into it.
Well, we appreciate all this information. Some really great ideas. And,
This is perfect. And now I've got to get to
yeah.
sweeping the studio.
Let's-
Thank you, Eric.
We're putting Phil to work. All right, we'll be right back.
My list.